Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm gonna be working on some Cyberpunk sticker slash keychain designs. I do have music on. I'm listening to Coheed and Cambria right now, but if you're watching this on the VOD, you will not be able to hear the music. So feel free to put on whatever you like and chill out, or be anxious, whatever makes you comfortable. Um, yeah, you can draw with me, or you can have me on while we're doing chores, or doing your own music, whatever. If you like Cyberpunk, I only just started recently. I have never played before, and I am doing my first blind playthrough as of a couple weeks ago. I only just got past the prologue, and I'm sad. So I want to draw some fan art of the people that I like. I'm playing as I guess it's a street kid. It's the street kid origin as female V. So I hung out with Jackie. I'm sad. I am trying to decide whether I want to make a Jackie sticker or if I want to not make a Jackie sticker. The music might be a little too loud for me. Let me turn that down a little. Let me fix it. I think this is okay. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to do a. I need to figure out how to get. There we go. How to get my eyes to not gravitate so heavily towards the outside of the middle of the screen. Anyway, I'm trying to debate whether I want to do a sticker of Jackie or if I feel like that's disrespectful. But also, I want to do Rebecca, and I feel like I don't want to be disrespectful to her memory. So, like, I don't know, mild spoilers from my end, but heavy spoilers if you're in the chat. Please don't spoil the game for me or anybody that might be viewing. Um, I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the story. And also, I've only seen a bit of Edgerunners because I haven't played the game, so I watched a little bit of it to get myself like in the mood to play Cyberpunk, and then I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm ready for it. I know it's been a couple of years and it had a rough start. Anyway, Cyberpunk business. Hi, how are you doing today? If you're in the chat, let me know. I would love to chat with you and see how you're doing, what you're up to, how your day's been, how your week's been. Well, it's Sunday now, so happy Sunday. I just submitted my application for my first convention. Hopefully I get approved. I'll talk more about that after I find out whether I'm approved or not. But yeah, um, let me see if I want to. I do kind of want to do a Rebecca and a Jackie. I I think I will, but I just gotta pull up some references. I did start a Rebecca drawing before I started this whole set and before I started playing Cyberpunk. Um and before I was spoiled because I was looking up references of her. But okay. I guess I'm gonna draw the buddy. Okay. Mm. I'm getting a little bit of lag. I don't like that. Actually, I think I'm gonna give him some noodles. And because I'm having such a good time with Cyberpunk, um, my husband said he actually wants to play it soon. Neither of us played it because of the initial launch thing, and I waited until it was fixed and I was in the right headspace to, because I play a lot of fantasy games and I love sci-fi just as much as I love fantasy, so I think I was just waiting until I was in the mood to play something sci-fi again. I played Mass Effect, the entire Mass Effect series when the remaster came out, um back in 2020-ish, like 2019, 2020. Maybe it was 2021, whatever. So I played it back when the pandemic was happening, and it was fantastic. I fell in love with the entire cast. I love everybody. Um, and it's been a really long time since I played a sci-fi game that really scratched that itch for me. I think Mass Effect did a wonders for that. Man, his chrome is crazy. Let me see. I might change the direction of this little flap here so we can see his face better. I say might and then I do it. That's just how it be. What can you do? How did I do this V drawing? It's very squirt. Okay, so he's got like a plate. He's got like a plate right here, and he's got a plate here. And it goes down his face. I should do his eyes first. Putting like a little nose accessory on a chibi. That's probably not going to have a nose. Okay, so he's got like, I'm going to shorten this. I'm going to draw his eyes and then bigger. He looks so angry. It's because his eyes are low. I need to fix that. I just wonder what the people in. I mean, it looks cool as hell. I'm wondering the philosophy behind having everybody carve up their faces and bodies like this. It's so cool. It almost has like a body horror vibe. Just because of how like how fucked up some people's faces and bodies are. And I love it. It's not a complaint or a criticism at all. It's awesome. How did I do her ear? Oh, it's just like he wears earrings. And with stuff like this, I wonder if it's just been reduced to iconography. Also the things that people choose to that some of the characters choose to change, like their eyes. I saw a child on my stream the other day. I saw a child that had like his eyes entirely removed and replaced with what looked like light sensors. I was like, the fuck? Kid, what? He was like 7. I swear he was like the youngest child to be walking around in the street with this strange ass thing on his face. It was like it was like a plate over where his eye area would be. It was like a visor, but it was recessed. It was like this. It was like a visor like recessed into his face like this, and his eyes were not eyes. They were like vents. And it was recessed into his face. I was like, there's no way that he has eyes underneath that thing. He had his faceplate. He had his face fucking replaced with a plate. And he was a child. And I was like, how are you gonna let a child do that? Not ethically, sure. He doesn't know what he's doing. And that brings me into some uncomfortable territory that I don't really want to get into right now. But so Jackie has like a. I'm not sure what his hair texture is. To me, it looks like. It almost looks like. It almost looks like afro hair, but it might just be a buzz cut in that spot. And then he has like a pattern shaved into his head that kind of replicates the chrome on his face. I think that's what it is. It's just that in my game it looked different, but it might just be like a buzz cut. Okay. I'm going to treat it as a buzz cut, and we're going to add some texture lines. Maybe just maybe the rendering on my game was a little not great at that point in the game. Because to me it seemed like he had like a texture to his hair, but now that I'm looking at it on these photos, it does not look like that at all. So we'll fix that. I was gonna ask about his like heritage, his like ethnic origins, because I was like, I don't. That's the only thing that I see. But here we are. He is not. It looks like a buzz cut. And then his chrome goes down his face to his chin, where he has like a one of those cleft chins, but I'm not drawing his cleft chin right now, so. Chibis. His head gotta be big. Looking at my reference. On the subject of like game genres, I've played so many like Western and fantasy games in the last couple of years, and I love it. I played New Vegas for the first time 2 years ago, and I'm still obsessed with it. I still love it. I played Red Dead Redemption 2 last year. It was fantastic. Arthur is a baby boy that needs to be protected, unfortunately. Um, played Baldur's Gate around the time it came out. That was great. Trying to think. I think I'm thinking too much. I need to trying to make this too accurate. It needs to be scaled down more. Get this out of here. Um, I played. I mean, we played Sea of Thieves a lot. We played Dark Souls. Played Dark Souls Remastered recently, and that was wonderful. But at this point, it's been a number of years since I played like a legit sci-fi game. I played Dead Space. I played the remastered Dead Space 1, and I love horror and I love sci-fi, but I feel like it wasn't for me. It was more sci-fi than it was horror. There's a lot of scary moments and I love the setting and everything, but something that just didn't like quite. I think what ruined it for me was that they chose a weird way to end it. My husband told me that they changed the ending for the remaster, and from what he told me, I would have liked the original ending, and it's been a number of years, so I haven't played it in a long time, and I don't remember exactly what happened. But I do remember that I think I would have. I do remember saying I would have liked the original ending better than what they gave us in the remaster. I actually think that the sticker is kind of awesome. Glad I went with my gut and I decided to do one of Jackie because I love this already. Yeah, something about Dead Space just didn't like. At least the remaster did not grab me. My husband, Dread Surmise. He's linked in my. I think he's linked in my description, but he should be. But he said that the second one is really, really, really good. And I've always wanted to get into Dead Space just because I love horror and I love sci-fi. So I think it's very alien, and I love Alien. I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of feelings about Jackie. I knew as soon as I met him and we became besties and it focused on him so much, I knew something was gonna happen, something was wrong. What a buddy. It's like they're gonna take him away from me, aren't they? They're gonna make it tragic and sad. And they did. They did make it tragic and sad. I was trying not to get attached, but I was like, I love him. I gotta. He's a good man. Change the album real quick. I did listen to that album before I started streaming, but I wanted to listen to a couple songs again, so. We're gonna listen to Unheavenly Creatures now. Anyway, I think we can go off of like, I think we can go off of memory now, or we can, I mean, he's done, or at least his design is done. Here's Takemura and V. This is my second version of Johnny. This is the first sketch that I did, which I'm gonna get rid of that. It's ugly. But I feel like I can push it a little bit more. It does have his cocky assholeness that I've met so far. I'm sure he grows on you as the game goes on, but so far I'm not really a Johnny Silverhand fan. Anyway, there's my V. See, I'm trying to make V recognizable as the canon V. My V does not look like this. Maybe I should look. Hold on. Cyberpunk. And then I put like a bullet wound. Okay, so the lines on her face are not here. They're like they're like goes like this. I got the shaved head right. Anyway, my V is more tan and has like teal tousled hair. Anyway, these are sketches. They're not supposed to be like final yet, I don't think. Or maybe they are. Maybe I'll just do a paint over. But I wanted to give her like a physical weapon, like a melee weapon, instead of just like the standard gun on the promos. Because she does have a gun, clearly, but I don't know. I'll think about the actual weapon later when I'm going in. I need to make sure it's legible. Ooh, last last Sunday, I went to Rasputin's. Not just Rasputin's. I went to not Barnes and Noble. I went to Half Price Books and Rasputin's, which means I had a good day. I got to hang out with some friends, and we went to Rasputin's and got a whole bunch of. Well, we went to Half Price Books first. We got food. We got some really good chicken, and then we went to Half Price Books and we got a bunch of books. I got a collection of Norman Rockwell works, like a book collection of Norman Rockwell. I love Norman Rockwell. You can't tell in my work because I don't enjoy painting realism, but I love Norman Rockwell. And then we went to Rasputin's and I got a bunch of CDs, which I'm so glad that there's still CDs out there. My God, I prefer to have a library, as you guys could tell, because all of my music is from my personal library. I don't really like using Spotify very much, but I got the first thing that I thought of was getting a physical copy of my favorite musical, the soundtrack of my favorite musical, which is the Disney movie version of the Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella from 1997. And that's the first thing I thought of because I was like, I don't know, I'll just find what I find, right? I'll just go in looking for cool stuff. And I did find a whole bunch of other things as I was just looking around. But the first thing I thought of when I read the musical sign above the CD section was Cinderella. And let me tell you, I did not find the movie version, but the first CD that I saw was the Broadway recording. It was just in front of me. It was fate. I saw it and I knew I had to have it, and it was like $2. It was fantastic. And later, so we got some Acid Bath, we got some Camel. No, we didn't get Camel. We got King Crimson. We got a King Crimson CD. And in the 50-cent section, I got was it the Hookworms? I think I got a CD of something called the Hookworms. Hold on. I'm going to look at it. Was it the Hookworms? It might have been the Hookworms. It might have been something else. Hold on. It's close. But the album art was sick, and it was 50 cents. So I was like, I can't wait to listen to this and find out what it is. It's the Hookworms. It's a really cool little album. I haven't listened to it yet because I haven't been in the right headspace to try something new like that I have no idea what it is. Like, the album art is really cool and I have no idea what to expect, which is the best way to approach buying a random album that you've never heard of before, is experiment. But I also got my favorite Deftones album, which is Koi no Yokan. And I got the Greatest Hits Cheap Trick CD, which reminds me of my dad. In the 50, so back to the 50-cent section, I got the Hookworms, I got the Chicago soundtrack, and the Phantom of the Opera soundtrack. Not in the musical section, in the 50-cent section. And then I got Is this one? I got Viva La Vida. I got Coldplay's Viva La Vida, which, say what you will, I like a lot of Coldplay's music. Moon Music was cool. And then I got the Beatles Complete White Album, the distribution from, what year was this printed? Oh, I don't know. But it's the same version that my dad had when I was growing up and probably still has. But so I got that, and then I also got Rubber Soul because it's my favorite. Let me put my CDs back together. But it's such a good haul. And then the two, so yeah, those, and then the two. We got the King Crimson, and we got the Acid Bath. So it was like $78 for all them CDs when it would have been so expensive to get all of those individually as they were released. But building my own haul is so great. I am so excited about it. My own like physical library. I love it. So there's Jackie. And let me see if I could find my Rebecca drawing real quick. Let me pull it up. I like this drawing. I like this drawing. It's a good drawing. And then Half Price Books, we only spent like $30. So we got a whole bunch of really good shit. Okay, I think it's this file. Hold on. Hello? Why isn't it opening? Open? Open, please? Oh, I already had it. I already had it downloaded. I'm silly. Open. I think it's in this file. I used the same file. It is not this file. Okay, I used the same file to draw like a whole bunch of stuff while I was out for a walk one time. Is it this file? Nope. And also, look at this crappy Catwoman sketch that I did. I wish I had, like... Hamby, no. I'm gonna find it. I have to find it. Maybe I didn't sync it. Alright, well, I have to look at my iPad. Maybe I didn't sync it to the cloud. I want to show you guys. And I want to work on it. I want to use that drawing. Okay. Bringing it over, I promise. Yeah, I think it sunk. So let me. Yeah, it was on my iPad. I'm pulling it up. Might have started that Tiger Girl sketch in this file. That's why. Okay, so this is terrible. But you could see what I was going for. What else was I drawing? I was drawing Misa. Whatever that is. Yeah, I had started attempting a tiger thing. So I was out on a walk and I went up the hill and I started just doodling. That's cute. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. This is also cute. I don't know what this was supposed to be. I like her. Just realized I took my water out of the fridge and I never drank any before it got warm. Draw Rebecca. I still would really like to. I like this concept. I think she would like it too. I think I'm gonna try and go with it. Like something's off. Somebody would have been here by now. Something's wrong. Just fixing this real quick. Anyway, I wanted to make her wear like a skull mask of some kind, but I feel like maybe. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. You will not believe the balls. Catch the ball to catch the ball. The balls of this man to have me pause my stream to go get him Starbucks. He wants me to do that. So, I might though, cause I want I'm probably gonna just cause nobody's here and I want the s'mores. I want the s'mores frap. Yeah, I'll come back later with. Come back later and finish it. I mean, I really want to finish these right now, but have to figure out how I'm gonna make it look like she's looking up with her eyes. I think it's... trying to make it... because, like, her pupil would be kind of cut off, but not... maybe I need to look at some Dragon Ball. Some Dragon Ball references. They love using that face. Vegeta forehead ass. I don't know. This sketch is pretty good. Alright, well... you know what? I think I just need to move her face down a little. More Vegeta head ass. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll save it. I'll see you guys later. I know it's only been an hour, but I'll see you later. Thanks for joining, whoever watches the VOD later. I didn't even get a bot today, damn.